Select your character. Progress.
Welcome to Greenhearth Necromancer by Silverstring Media. And it says Indie.io here as well. I think that sounds like just a normal website. It's a witchy sort of isle game about caravan plants. I thought it would be interesting to check out, so we'll take a look. Oh, that is already loud for me. Hold on. Drop it up to 50%. There we go. The Greenhearth cult would like to extend most heartfelt condolences on the passing of your grandmother, Rose. She was a green witch, but unparalleled in power. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my microphone. Power and a healer of both body and spirit. She'll be greatly missed. Per your grandmother's wishes, you've been approved to take immediate possession of her apartment. We look forward to welcoming you into the community. You'd crumpled that out and left it in your dorm when you graduated. Right. Music's white. Why did I hate when it's just one volume slider. Your door when you graduated, you couldn't turn down the invitation to take over your grandmother's rent control apartment. There's a lot of work for newly graduated necromancer after all. Your grandmother always had a constant in your life. Always been constant in your life. Taking you in every summer while your parents worked under the boughs of a beautiful garden. She tried to teach you how to listen to plants and hear the hum of magic that connects every little living thing. So music's, like, even though I turned it down, still loud. Also, I'm a bit ill still, so apologies for noises. Your magical talents, however, lay elsewhere. You were just a teenager when you left for your necromancy school. One day you thought you would make even one of the most powerful green witches in the world proud to have a necromancer for a grandchild. Oh dear, sorry. You took the bottom up. Your grandmother will always be here. You returned to find Rose gone and a once green balcony has withered away. The air dense of energy released by dying things. There's no salvaging any. You're a necromancer though, so that's the whole point. You're able to bring stuff back from the dead. You feel a stab of grief, anger, and then you eye the humble mountains of your own possessions and decide you'd rather tackle literally anything else. It requires a necromancer to garden. Like, necromancer, the whole thing is bringing stuff back to life. Well, kind of. Kick open compost box in the corner and start dumping the brittle brown plants into it. As a necromancer, you're no stranger to death. Your magic's powered by the energy pulled from the dead. You feel lingering spirit of the plants on the edges of your senses. Before you can shove more than a couple in compost, dirt itself shudders and climbs up from the box, folding itself over with a lip of two mounds crossed like arms. A small green shoot spirals up from the plant detritus, growing, curling to forms a broad leaf. Form begins to take shape from compost, a round head with two beady beetle shell eyes. As you watch the mouth splits open like you swear at them, smile. Jeez, the dirt creature rasps. It's one of its arms brushes off the dead leaves. You take a little nap and there goes a neighbourhood. You get the strange feeling the dirt is looking at you. Hey, you're Rose's grandkid, aren't you? Yeah, I'm Mr. Dirtpole. Please, he complains. Mr. Dirtpole was my father. It pauses as if waiting for laughter. Get it? Okay. You see, I don't have a father. The pile of animated compost seems to laugh its own joke. I'm familiar, kid. Rose is familiar. Specifically, she named me Compostifier. Compostifer? Its voice softens and the leaf wilts a little. I'm guessing you're standing here because it means your grandmother's shuffled off the mortal coil, right? All that's left of her. Sounds about right. You nod and the creature Compostifer sludges back into the compost box quiet. All living things die eventually. Plants, humans, even me one day. That's one way of things it gathers itself, stretching towards you. But heaven is the end. Dead plants help the living ones, and for now, you and me are alive. Between the two of us, we can get this gun going again. Not interested. Oh no, I kill every plant I touch. You can't help but get impression Compostifer is like you remaining dead plants. You feel weirdly compelled to stand in front of them, even though you're not to blame for these ones. Your loops and pseudopod like arms, but back over the edge of the bin. Look, kid, I'm growing I know growing things isn't your whole deal, but you got black thumb. They tend to die when you're around. I get that more than anything. It tilts his head, but Rose believed in you, and a great gardener one day, because you're a necromancer. No one's ever accused you of being a good gardener. Even your grandmother had trouble understanding you, especially when you wanted to go to a weirdo school for necromancers instead of learning more magical skills at alma mater. You could have been a mortician or a spirit medium, and instead you spent years in the middle of nowhere communing with the dead and learning their magic. Keeping things alive was the last thing you would have learned at school. Your studies were focused on embracing the unpredictability of magic fueled by death. God, it's a lot of reading. I didn't realise there was going to be a lot of reading this. As a student of college esoteric necromancy, you've embraced an unpredictable source of inspiration and power. Your time in the harsh remote lands surrounding your school showed you, despite their strength and skill, how death greets creatures is often a matter of chance. The randomness of the universe and the inevitable hand of death make you a potent combination of teachers. If you're willing to listen to the lingering chaos life and magic leave behind, adaptation and growth are often seen as a realm of living, but such forces can persist after death. You're not a powerful green witch like your grandmother. In fact, you failed necromantic botany twice. Once on purpose because it reminded you too much of her. The second time was an accident. You cautiously touch one of the remaining dead plants. You feel a shimmering pull of the power inside it, the energy of death. Maybe it's time to dust off these old failures and try again. A revivify a plant and give it a new unlife. Oh, I need a drink after that. Oh, there we go. Breathe the plant back to life, or at least undeath. Did I just get achievement on a demo? Fair enough. Fishbone. Fishbone fern. Interesting. Even in under plants, you feel a little lost. How much water do they need? How much sunlight? Sure, you can just revive them when they die again and again and again. Your grandmother would have known exactly what to do. You start searching the balcony for a place to jot down notes, and your eyes land on a notebook with sticker you recognise. This is Zygax, the Death Maxer, the villain from the cartoon you used to watch. This is your old notebook. You pull it out and laugh at your crude prepubescent scrawl on the cover, ostentationally going, Codex of Doom. You remember buying and decorating it, intended for use for plotting gruesome revenge. You're an intense child. Crucible of middle school wasn't kind to you. And the more you felt ostracised by your peers, the more you rejected him. The book was supposed to be an outlet for all dark thoughts. Like most things, though, you lost interest in it after a few entries. However, that's not what you see when you flip through its pages. The 170 book is filled with notes written in your grandmother's tidy handwriting and decorated with whimsical stickers. Pages upon pages of notes about plants, watering schedules, growth patterns, and spell brainstorming. There's more here than you could read in one sitting. Your grandmother must have used this notebook for her own research. She could have chosen any notebook. Why did she use the one that reflected the weird code used to be? You're grateful for this research, though. What a great way to start learning about your new undead friends. Okay. At the door. You jolted out your research by chip and knock at the door. Resentful loss of focus, you answer the door in half. Standing at the door is a woman in mid-30s, so radiating the calm yet eccentric charm of a high school art teacher. She has a potted plant on her arm and extends the offer to you with a bright smile. Hello, neighbour. I just wanted to stop by on the first day and welcome to the co-op. She shakes your hand. Her hand is warm and soft, and nails are painted yellow. Are they? I'm Laurel, and when I moved in a few years ago, your grandmother took me under her wing. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. She talked about you all the time. Her style turns a little thoughtful. When she learned she was sick, and I had the honour of helping her make arrangements and prepare for moving on, that's my calling. I'm a death doula. As a necromancer, I'm sure you can appreciate that dying is not the end of someone's story. I worked with Rose to settle legal affairs, such as a transfer apartment to you. I help with cleaning, organising, donating, contacting people. ensuring someone's final wishes are respected. She drums her nails against the pot in her arms. If they want, I help family and friends understand and come to terms with those wishes. So I wanted to bring you something that Rose did, and did want you to have, and offer my support as navigate your grief. I'm not grieving, you're grieving. Your child responds to pass over like a gentle breeze. I am, she said simply. I admired Rose. Admired Rose very much. It was very hard to lose a friend like her, so I can imagine how you must feel to lost your grandmother. She offers you the plant. It's heavier than it looks, and makes your hair on the back of your arms stand on the end from proximity to the sheer potential fizzing on it. She chose this one especially for you. I think it might be one of her most forgiving ones. Just try your best, that's what she want to do for you. Okay. There's a lot more reading I thought it was going to be. Maybe I should have got them text instead. Okay, doesn't look like I'm actually trimming much. Right. Revivify. My favourite new theme needs to have it. It's then when you hear the chip and knock at the door, you know it's to expect Laura on the other side. How are you settling in? She asks. You shrug. She laughs. And that's what you expected. Moving is difficult, and the best of times, and the times that, well, they could be better, right? She steps back and tilts her head down the hallway. I was thinking I could show you around. Just a little walk around the co-op. It's a beautiful building, really. A mix of mid-century occult revival and brutalism. Oh, I've lost you, haven't I? She laughs and realises she could stop listening at the prospect of leaving the apartment. Come on, I promise you get something out of it. She points out a few more things down the architecture as you wander down the hallway to the stairwell. Across the skyway and onto the roof of the other building you can see from your patio. Apparently your grandmother had taken interest in building development and formation of the co-op in the later years, which she shared with Laurel. It sounds a little superstitious, like a repetition of groups of five, and the architect's insistence having a fire pit built on the roof. I'm not Welsh myself, but I have magical practice of sorts, Laura explains as she holds the door open the roof garden. I think it's magic everywhere, everything we do. How we speak to others and how we care for ourselves, and the way we treat an environment, the energy you put in the world is what you get back from it. Okay. Yeah. Laura lets out a little laugh. We can't always be sunshine and rainbows. We need some creatures of the night as well. She puts her hand on her shoulder. The world needs thoughtful, sentimental people, she says, and if you keep showing the world of vulnerability, people will share theirs too. That's important. You follow her out in the rooftop garden. There are raised beds here in various stages of grief and flowering, a shed for communal tools, and a few silent beehives. Your grandmother had those installed, Laura says, pointing to them. No one was able to care for the bees when she got sick, so we have the hives relocated. Your neighbour laughs and takes pity on you, offering some of her harvest. As you walk on, Laurel comments, "See, you'd be surprised what comes back around." You emerge from the greenery of the garden to patio area. There are a few scattered plastic chairs as well as a central fire pit. You can see it from the window, but up close you can see the plastic wrappers and cigarette butts that accumulate on it. Laurel stops and looks over at common green space. You can see the people lounging in the sun, walking across the bodega and community centre. You don't have to be friends with everyone, she says. You don't even have to like anyone, but you'll form relationships with them, good or bad. Whatever you do, you may do it as well on purpose. Laurel hums understandingly. I feel like sometimes, especially if you're finding a place in your world, you'll get there. Though, just be true to yourself. You can be full of energy one day and tired next. One with some people, cold with others. Doesn't mean you have different personalities, it just means you're human. She pulls up one of the bracelets and ties around your wrist. If you're consistent with your words and actions, you can channel energy into the real world. Take this for example. While we've been talking, I've been charging up my little magic of my own. Go ahead and see what it does to your plants at home. I think you're surprised how powerful effects can be. She turns back to look at the courtyard. I get the feeling this was a big step for you. It must be a bit overwhelming, moving from wilderness to big city, being surrounded by people. Am I warm? You nod. The community here, when you're ready to be part of it. Laura continues. If you ever feel isolated or disorganised, or like you never say right thing, just remember that people still show up for you. Laura walks you. Oh god, my nose. Laura walks you most of the way back to your apartment. After that, you keeping the conversation light. Her bracelet clinks against your palm as you walk. She wasn't kidding. You feel the magic in the item. You wonder what effect it would have if you wrap it around one of your plants. You have 10 little trinkets like this, packed away. You resolve to pay attention to the energy you put into the world from now on. See how they manifest kind of magic. Oh, my mouth's getting dry. Right. I thought it was trying to mask cigarette smell. She's holding a drooping potted plant in her hands. So you're good with plants, right? She says, launching right on a pitch before you get a chance to say hello. I got ripped off. Someone told me that if you grind these flowers into paste, it helps with hair and nail growth. Look at it, there's no flowers. She holds it in her hands. Ugh, I'm done with it. It's dead. Just do whatever you want with it. That's the problem. This one's actually supposed to relieve heartburn. Damn, I didn't know. She looks like she wants to take plant back, but she hesitates. No, this one's dead. Let's get another one and try again. Hell yeah. Alright, let's revivify it. Ooh. Water. Yeah. Leaving through the hot lobby at your errand, you have stopped a moment because you clean. Let me start again. Leaving through the lobby on your errand, you have to stop the moment because the cleaner, a young man with elbow length rubber gloves, he's not wearing them, and a medical mask is blocking the front door of a ladder. He notices you and hops down. His whole body is apology as he drags the ladder out of the way, nearly knocking your wet floor sign. Sorry, he mutters, not meeting your eye. Hard to do the upper windows without blocking the door. So glad the cop screams cleaning you. Yeah, I guess, the young man answers. Silence hangs in the air for a second before he realises that he's just like out there washing windows. Oh, I'm not professional yet, Summers. He stands up a little straighter, though almost immediately relaxes into a slouch. I live here too, he explains. I just don't mind helping the cleaning. It helps keep the fees down for everyone in the building. It's the least I can do. His eyes dart away from you, then back. I kind of like it, actually. It's like doing daily quests. I smell a gamer. The tips of his ears go pink and he raises his arm to do a self-conscious smell check. Honestly, he smells like bleach and lemons. You feel kind of bad with insinuating in other ways. It's not like you can talk since moving in you've become aware of how much heavy lifting your brothers with plants had been doing to purify the air. After a few awkward seconds, the young man seems to recover. He looks expectantly between you and the ladder. Oh right, you were leaving, not gawking. You're about to slip past him when he suddenly adds, wait, you're a new person on 6th floor, right? You nod. My stepdad and your grandmother, they're like friends. Sorry, I know what it's like. Oh, I'm not going to be mean to him. He nods, bobbing his head. I'm Theo, he adds. I live here. You raise your eyebrow and he cringes. I said that already, yeah. Yeah, I said that already. He doesn't have a follow-up to it. He just nods awkwardly and leaves. He seems to happy about conversation as you are. You hear the ladder squeaking back in place as you walk down the steps into the sunshine. What a weird person. Who likes cleaning? Units and oh, so basically by doing these things I get like a... That's cool. Do one more thing and then I think we'll call it, because I did not expect to do so much reading today. I'm ill, so my throat is starting to hurt. Do you have any more things we can compost? What does that do? Okay. So, I feel like we can revive that. Oh, cool. Right, so we need healing. Right. Hear a groan from the compost box. The lid slides open and compostifer head pops out. It's hard to tell, but it looks fuller somehow, like it's just woken up from a big post-turkey dinner nap. Makes a big show of yawning and lounging up against the wall container. Rose really knew how to grow on its eyes, and you're no slouch either. Undead plants, who would have thought? Its soul sort of crunches up and wincing. Looks like we got a live one, it mutters. It watches a small green insect crawls out the soil and buzzes away in irritation. Did that come from me? Compostifer wonders, looking at itself. Wait, it must have been one of those plants you just fed me. Did any little plant friends have a pest infestation? I'll check. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Compostifer replies. Distracted as its rubbing scalp against the box makes you feel it's your watch. You examine your plants and sure enough you spot green bugs swarming all over them. Plant droops like it's happening is literally being drained away. Describing into what composter perks up. Those are aphids, exclaims. Your grandmother knew how to do with the little buggers. There's a book around here where she kept all recipes. Document, pause and scratching. Yeah, that's it. What does it say about pesticides? Sorry. You flip through the book. It's not about pesticides. It's all about fertilizer and different kind of potions. You're not sure if it actually works the same way if they're powered by necromancy, but doesn't mean you can't add to it. It is your family recipe book after all. It means it's yours now. She was scribbling in the books. Composter reminisces. You can't just use any old pesticides from the pest on any old pest, you know. There's poison, acid, heat. Some work better than others. Some don't work at all. There's fungi and disease to work with. I can fix this. That's the spirit. You got this. Composter encourages. You look up to Aphids' grandmother's journal, written beside a crudely drawn swarm of green dots and the notes, including how to get rid of them. Horticultural vinegar, apparently, whatever that is. Lucky you can cross-reference it with the recipe book. It looks like it will take a little while to brew. Should get started now and hope the infestation doesn't spread. Right, so let's do this last bit then. Aphids. Has that got aphids? Oops. Oh, that one's got the things. Okay. Lingers of Chaos. What? How do I get rid of the... How the fuck do I get rid of aphids? Win. Damn. Oh, okay. Guess that worked. Maybe not. It came back. Plant needs to be pruned. Okay. How do I get rid of the fucking pests? Oh, how the fuck do I get rid of the aphids? I'm getting annoyed now. I have to... For you, how would I do that though? I have to... Oh, there we go. All right. Like 5 minutes, really? Hold on. I guess we'll do it. We'll do that while it's doing that end. Need more search about. Okay. Oops. You just clicked off the screen. Recording's still okay though. That's good. Oh, plant pruned. Oh, it's too bright for this plant. Over fertilized. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Oh, fuck's sake, you just literally said it was fine there. 1 minute left. I think after that we'll call it. Almost done. Come on. Right, 10 seconds left. Again? Right, finally. Look at those blooms. It must be pretty. Guy must be pretty happy. Right, I think I'm gonna call it there. Yeah, I really like that. I'm gonna come back to this one. It's probably gonna be one of the games though. I come back and they're all dead. I'll try and keep up with this one. Yeah, I'll come back in future this one to see how we do. But yeah, thank you for joining today. I hope you enjoyed. I shall see you next time. Bye bye.